Hello, everyone. Now, we all remember the early aughts, seeing actors like Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman playing superheroes in these big blockbusters and thinking, wow, that has got to be the peak physique. Now, you put that kind of physique in a modern blockbuster nowadays, and Tobey Maguire all of a sudden a little small, and Hugh Jackman, well, he might be considered a dad bod. So what changed? Why has our idea of what a fit body looks like shifted so drastically? Today, I want to explore the role social media has played in warping our perception of fitness. Specifically, I want to break down how social media shapes our view of what a fit body should look like, the unrealistic and often unhealthy standards it promotes, and how this impacts real people's mental and physical health. My main point is this: the rise of social media has led to the public perception of what a fit body should look like to be drastically unrealistic for most, and has led to many feeling inadequate in their body and mentality. Let's start with how social media shapes a narrow and often unrealistic view of what it means to be fit. When we scroll through one of our numerous social media platforms, most of the fitness content we see features one type of body: lean, muscular, symmetrical, and aesthetically polished. These are naturally the posts that get shifted to the top of the algorithm because they get the most engagement. But these posts rarely show the full picture. They seldom represent the steps that it takes to get such a physique, or even diversity in body type with people with different muscle placement or bone structures. And we certainly don't see the less glamorous moments in which the lighting isn't perfect and they don't have a fresh pump from the gym. Instead, what we see is carefully curated to be the default fitness physique. The repetition of the same image over and over and over makes it feel that there's only one right way to look fit. This leads to another major issue. Social media promotes fitness standards that leads to unhealthy practices. Many of the photos we see are edited or enhanced. With today's technology, it's incredibly easy to manipulate the lighting, the shadows, or even manipulate the proportions on someone's body to make the muscle size look more impressive. And to be clear, this isn't always done maliciously. As someone who works out myself, I'll admit I've posted gym photos where I looked my absolute best, knowing full well that I don't look like that under bad lighting without a pump. It's human nature to want to represent yourself in the best light. But for the people who view it on an average day, especially those just starting out on their fitness journey, it creates a false sense of what's normal or attainable in just a short amount of time. Then you add in trends like the what I eat in a day or any number of extreme fitness challenges, and it becomes even more misleading. These videos usually don't show the full context, like the possibility of that influencer being on performance enhancing drugs that will drastically lower their recovery time, or the possibility of just a genetic monster, someone who's just predestined to have massive muscles. Over time, this kind of content can encourage disordered eating, obsessive training, or make people feel like they're constantly falling short. One study by Tigerman and Zaccardo found that content labeled as fitspiration often leads to worse body image and even more aggressive lifting, which can be bad for you. And while much of the research focuses on women, men are just as vulnerable. A meta-analysis by Bartlett, Vowles, and Saucier found that exposure to muscular media ideals significantly increases body dissatisfaction in men, contributing to issues like body dysmorphia and overexercising. But this isn't just about appearances. There are real, measurable effects on mental health. A study from the Journal of Health Psychology showed that just 10 minutes of exposure to fitness content can increase body dissatisfaction and symptoms of body dysmorphia. This issue is especially concerning for teens and young adults who already face such harsh criticism from their very own peers and are the most susceptible demographic to body dysmorphia. The mindset of having to be physically perfect can lead to aforementioned unhealthy practices such as extreme fasting or not taking any rest days. But it can also have the opposite effect of leaving people so hopeless that they cut out exercise entirely because they'll never look like that. So yes, these images do more than just influence our tastes and goals. They impact how we view ourselves and how we treat our bodies, and even whether we believe we're capable of being healthy. To wrap things up, social media has had a huge impact on how we pursue fitness. It promotes a narrow, often unrealistic ideal that doesn't reflect the full range of healthy, strong, and capable bodies. We look to how these platforms highlight a single version of fitness, how they amplify an unhealthy or extreme expectation, and how that trickles down to affect people's self-worth and habits, especially in our younger users. So next time you find yourself scrolling through a feed filled with perfect lighting, six-pack abs, 25-inch biceps, I don't have 25-inch biceps, guys, or the latest superhero transformation, try to keep in mind that a lot of what you're seeing is carefully curated and often heavily edited. Fitness doesn't have to look like that. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, balance, and showing up for your own health in a way that works for you. Thank you.